Hey guys, welcome back to OverTake. It's Michel, and we left our sim rigs today to travel to the Eifel Rallye Festival. It's one of those rare occasions where you can time travel to the 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond to see some proper rally cars in action. The purpose of this is we will create a wish list of cars that should maybe be in Assetto Corsa Rally, and maybe it even inspires Supernova Studios to add the one or the other car, because there are some hidden champions, of course. Let's go. Okay, so after spending a while here, I would say it's easier than this. They should just add all of the cars. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, of course not. We got quite a few cool cars in front of the camera, and I want to go through them one by one, and why each of them would be a fun or even logical addition to AC Rally, which currently has 15 very detailed cars from 10 different manufacturers. Supernova already confirmed 3 new cars for 0.6, maybe one of them is on this list. Let's start with a couple of the legendary Group B machines. One of the first cars we stumbled upon was one that left even rally fans like Yannick and me scratching our heads. Let us know in the comments if you knew this one. And a little disclaimer, it's not always easy to research the exact power figures or results, so if you spot a major mistake, let us know. We'll look into it and pin the corrections in the comments. Let's be honest about this one. The BX4TC was a disaster. Citroën entered 3 rounds in 1986. Monte Carlo, Sweden, the Acropolis, and Jean-Claude André's 6th place in Sweden was the car's only result ever. 380 horsepower but 1,150 kilos, with the engine sitting ahead of the front axle. Citroën then tried to buy back the cars and crush them. So why would we want it in AC Rally? Because a sim is the only place you will ever drive one, and because understanding why a car failed is more interesting than driving another winner. The next one was always very well done in the Codemasters Rally titles, and it would be great to have it in AC Rally too. 1986 MG Metro R4. No turbo, that's what makes it. A 3-liter naturally aspirated V6, 410 horsepower in international spec, and throttle response the turbo car simply cannot match. Tony Pond took 3rd on the 1985 RAC Rally on the car's debut, behind 2 Delta S4s. And that stayed its best World Championship result forever. In 1986, not a single Metro finished Monte Carlo, Sweden, Portugal or Corsica. An interesting fact, the V64V engine later became the basis for the Jaguar's XJ220's V6. In a sim, a naturally aspirated Group B car would feel completely different from everything else in the class.
As they already announced, a German car with all-wheel drive for the next Assetto Corsa Rally update. I think it's likely going to be an Audi Quattro. Don't know which version, because there are many different ones. I think it's safe to say that they will add this car at one point, so that's a must really for a rally simulator.
(1985) Audi Sport Quattro S1 E2. 480 horsepower from a 2.1-liter 5-cylinder turbo, 1,090 kilos, that's 2.3 kilos per horsepower, and an engine mounted ahead of the front axle, which is exactly the wrong place for it. Audi's answer was aerodynamics, hence the wings you can see from orbit. Walter Röhrl and Christian Geisdörfer won Sanremo with it in 1985. For me, this is number 1 of the list, and very likely for Supernova to add, since Kunos also added a bunch of Audis in AC Evo. At the same time, Assetto Corsa Rally currently has no all-wheel drive Group B car at all. The 037 from Lancia covers the rear drive side of that story beautifully though.
And this is one of my all-time favorite rally cars, the Lancia 037. And this is already in Assetto Corsa Rally, so we don't have to cover it extra kinda. But still nice to see it in action here. It's very rarely that you can see this car in real life, in action either.
If you only get one more Group B car, this is the one that earns it. Manufacturers and drivers titles in both 85 and 86. Timo Salonen, then Juha Kankkunen. 1986 Peugeot 205 T16 E2. 450 horsepower, 910 kilos, 2 kilos per horsepower, and a transverse engine mounted behind the driver, which is the layout. The 037 and the Quattro each got wrong in opposite directions. Peugeot got there first. It's the benchmark of the era, and without it, any Group B roster is incomplete. Put it on Finland's Jumps, a rally that we also desperately need an AC rally, and I'd happily not drive anything else for minimum a week. Before we leave the realm of the wildest rally car era, here's another super special one. This one never raced. Group S was drafted in 1985 and penciled in for January 1988. Only 10 cars needed for homologation instead of 200, and they had a 300 horsepower cap. Audi built the RS002 as a test bed for it. Mid-engine this time, 1000 kilos and 700 horsepower, because the prototypes were running Group B power long before anyone had to meet that limit of 300. Then in 1986, the Tour de Corsa tragedy happened, Group B was cancelled and Group S went with it. Röhrl tested this car, nobody ever competed in it though. In a sim, it could be the only way to experience how this car could have performed on various rally stages.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of old cars here in this parking lot. I don't know what's special about them. Can you hear that? It's the sound of rally. Let's go.
For the next three cars, we go back in time a little further, early 80s. It's safe to say almost everyone loves the Renault 5 Turbo. Take a Super Mini, throw out the back seats, put a 1.4-liter turbo where they used to be, and drive the rear wheels. Jean Ragnotti won Monte Carlo with it in 1981 and the Tour de Corsa in 1982 on tarmac, where that mid-engine layout paid off. Our card carries the road-going Turbo 2 figures, 160 horsepower, because those are the ones I can actually source. The Works Group B cars ran 250 to 350. Either way, this is a car with real turbo lag and almost nothing over the front axle. Nothing in the game behaves like that yet, and I want to find out how much it bites. The Ford Escort RS 1800 is a must for any rally game if you ask me. The 2-liter Ford Cosworth BDG makes around 275 horsepower and works trim, though the factory cars were built differently for almost every event, so treat that as a range rather than a spec. What matters more, Björn Waldegard took the very first driver's title in 1979 in an Escort, and Ford took the manufacturer's crown the same year. Assetto Corsa Rally already has the Stratos and the Fiat 131 Abarth, the Escort's two great Group 4 rivals. 900 kilos, rear-wheel drive, no electronics, Supernova, please give it to us. How about another car no one had on their list? Saab 96 V4. The Swedes never built their own four-stroke, so the 96 runs a licensed Ford Taunus V4. It's a 1698cc, around 130 horsepower in rally trim, against the 65 horsepower in the road car. AC Rally already has the Mini Cooper S and the Fulvia, so the Momentum driving school is covered. The Saab is the Scandinavian entry in that class. A car that could make it and that was present in many other recent rally titles is the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Group A in the game right now means two cars from the start of the decade, the Delta Integrale and the 1993 Impreza. The Evo, on the other hand, is the end of that story. While everyone else had moved across to the new World Rally Car rules, Mitsubishi stayed on Group A, and in 1999 Tommy Mäkinen still took his fourth consecutive driver's title with it, 7 points clear of Richard Byrne's Subaru. It's the last Group A car to win a driver's championship in rally, and they did it against the formula that was built to replace it. This is my personal favorite era of the sport, early 2000s WRC. We need all cars from that period, and one is the Ford Focus RS WRC 04. Marco Martin won 3 rallies with this car in 2004, Mexico, Corsica and Catalunya. Around 300 horsepower, 1230 kilos, 6-speed sequential and anti-lag from hell. The reason it's on my list is specific. Assetto Corsa Rally includes the Citroën Xara from 2003 already, and right now that car has nobody to race. Those two fought each other for real. Giving the Xara a period rival would do more for the WRC class than adding another car from a completely different era, so bring it on, please. It's been an awesome day out there in Daun. You should definitely have that on your agenda for next year, the Eifel Rallye Festival 2027. If you love rally cars and you can combine that with a visit of the Nürburgring, for example, the list could go on and on, obviously. What would be your top 3 rally cars to add an AC Rally? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's more content around the rally games for you. Enjoy it and see you next time. Bye bye.